Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is video 3 of my European trip. This time we're going to be talking about everything that I picked up while I was in Bordeaux in France. Bordeaux is beautiful. I've never been there before, and then when we turned up I was actually just like, wow, French cities, man, like there's something about them. Every time I go to one I'm always like so amazed at how like beautiful the city is. I was exactly the same way when we went to Lyon. Just so beautiful, like the beautiful buildings, the architecture, the food, you know. I was like crepe in one hand, croissant in the other, just walking around being French. It was great. So yeah, there are a lot of fabric stores in Bordeaux, but when I did the fabric shopping it was a Sunday, so not a lot of them were open, but I did manage to visit a few places. So if you want to see where I actually visited, then head over to my Instagram, because I have an Instagram story highlight of everything that I did that day. There was a market, so I managed to find some fabric in there, all sorts of stuff. But just for this video I'm going to be showing you what I actually got, and I only got it from one store, which was that Toto. So Toto, if you're not French or you haven't been to France, Toto is like a French chain. I've seen them in a few other French cities that I've been in. There's one in Lyon, and I think somewhere in Paris there's one. I don't think I've ever been to the one in Paris, but I know there is one. And Toto is like a really, I think it's kind of a weird fabric store, because you go in there and depending, sometimes they have 1 or 2 stores and they're fairly close to each other, but like you go in there and there's all the fabric, but then there's also like haberdashery items, which you expect in a fabric store, and then there's upholstery stuff, which again you would expect in a fabric store, but then there's like towels and then dishcloths and dressing gowns. And that's the bit that always like throws me, because sometimes that is like at the front of the store. So you walk in thinking you're going to be buying fabric, and there's like rugs and like dressing gowns, and you're like, am I in the right place? And then you look past it and then you see all the fabric. So yeah, kind of strange, but still a great bargain to be having there. Everything is kind of like discounted, and the stuff that's not discounted is like actually pretty good quality. So the place that I went to in Bordeaux, there are 2 Totos, and they're about like 200 meters apart from each other. The first one that I went to, they just had coupons in it, and coupons basically means like remnants. So it's just like off cuts, end cuts, sale items that have already been cut into whatever, and you just buy it for like the whole thing. And this one had them all really nicely stacked. We had some in rolls, we had some on hangers, and it was great. But the thing about remnants is that not all of them are like nice fabrics. Quite a few of them are like novelty fabrics and stuff like that. So I tend to rifle through the remnants, but I don't always find something that I would wear. Now, I was in the first store, and what I didn't know in there is like upholstery and like all of the majority of the remnants. And then the store that's like further down has a lot of like the dressmaking fabrics. So when I came out of the first place, I was a little bit disheartened, because I was just like, oh, is that it? I didn't even know there was a second store. So as I was walking, I saw the second store and I was just like, wait a minute. And then walked inside and was like, this is where all the fabric is. So yeah, we walked into the fabric store and it kind of goes forever. So like you go in and there's like a downstairs basement, which was like their bargain basement. I didn't spend too much time in there because it was a little bit dark and dingy, and at that point I was quite tired. It was at the end of the day when I was doing this final shop at Toto, and I was just like, yeah, no. So up at the top it kind of goes round the stairs and then it goes back and then round. So I was just following it and thinking this store just goes on forever, but I did pick up some goodies there. So yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, so the first thing that I picked up was a denim, but it was a stretch denim, and it was this like cream, like neutral denim. I recently bought like a cream denim, and it was basically unbleached raw denim that's like before it's dyed blue, and I've been trying to make a pair of jeans from it, but like I took a little bit of break from everything, including sewing, so I haven't finished them yet, but I was considering dyeing them so they were more like a camel color. So to be able to find this like camel color denim with a little bit of stretch, is actually amazing, because that means I don't have to dye that one. We can go with like the light colored raw denim, and this has a little bit of stretch in it, so I can actually go for like a skinny leg or a tapered leg or something a little bit more form-fitting, and it would look pretty good because the stretch will go around the contours of my body. So I was very, very happy to find this. I picked up 2 meters, and this is also on a 150 centimeter roll, so it's quite a bit of fabric. I don't actually remember how much it was, but still very happy that I got it. The next fabric that I picked up was would you look at that? It's a green knit. I'm going in with the greens and going in with the knits. So this is a ribbed knit. It's a very, very tiny, 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 tiny rib. And again, it has been in the round, so it's like round in there. And if I want it to be open, I have to cut it down one side. I got 3 meters of this because I want to make some like winter layers. This is the perfect kind of like knit cotton to make like Henleys and like those kind of like long sleeve like tops, or just like crew neck tops for the winter. So that's what I plan to make with that. I'm really learning to use my serger for like lots of different fabrics, and I haven't really been using it for knits. I've been using it a lot for like spandex and lycra, but like we haven't got into the knits yet, so this is what we're going to be doing this winter. So making myself some Henleys, we're going to be making t-shirts, tracksuits, all of that stuff. So that brings me on to my next thing. So I found a really, really amazing like white cotton t-shirt material. Now there are loads of different types of like t-shirt feels, but I've always found my favorite t-shirts that I've ever owned or bought have been like this kind of like soft but like kind of drapey, a little bit slinky in the feel. So I don't know what kind of cotton jersey does that, but it feels so good. And they had this like on the roll, so I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna have a go. I'm gonna make my own t-shirts. I got 2 meters on 150 roll, which means I can make more than one t-shirt, because you know white t-shirts is basically a staple. And I'm gonna go have a go, get my serger out, make some white t-shirts in that nice slinky material. Like those are the sort of t-shirts that if you buy them, they're usually a little bit more expensive than your average t-shirt, because the quality of the cotton is really, really nice. So I'm really happy I was able to find that. And then I found this fabric. Now on second look, when I first got this, I was so sure that this was a lot thinner than it actually is like here, but like here I am holding it, it's quite a thick fabric, so I was really, really sure I was going to be making trousers out of this. But now I'm holding this is definitely jacket material. It's got a little bit of stretch to it, and it's quite thick like how denim is thick, but it's like this really nice cotton, and it's got a little bit of stretch to it, and it's got a really nice subtle pattern to it, like twill trousers. It's got like a diagonal stripe going down the side of it. You won't be able to see it on camera, but it's really, really nice. So yeah, what I thought I was going to be making trousers out of, I am now going to be probably making myself like some sort of like shacket or some like jackety type thing with this. And this is like, it looks kind of beige, but it's more like that blush pink, just that blush pink salmon peachy color that's like quite a neutral tone that goes well with all skin types as like a neutral base. So I think that would be quite a nice jacket. It also allows me to like have fun with embellishments, and maybe I can embellish with like a different color, use a different top stitch or something like that. So that is going to be open to experiment, because honestly I thought I was going to be making trousers, but it seems I'm going to be doing something else with it now. So yeah. So the final thing that I got from Toto was this sweatshirting material. It's just like grey, and on the inside it is white, and it's a white fleece, so it's really soft on the inside. It's like soft like having a furry animal on the inside, and then the outside is just like this grey marl kind of grey. So like the sort of stuff that you'll find in like sweatshirts, but it's like a little bit bulky and super, super comfy. Makes for great sweatshirts, jumpers, tracksuit bottoms, and all sorts of that. And I got quite a bit. I literally literally finished the roll, and I think it was like 4 meters. So I've got 4 meters there, and that's because I'm making for myself, but I'm also making for my boyfriend. We're going to be matching like grey sweats this winter because I think it's going to be really cold and I'm not about that cold life. So I will be making myself a hoodie and some jogging bottoms, and then for Sam I'll be making him like the sweat shorts because he's just like hot all the time. So him wearing the joggers will be too hot for him, but I will make him like the sweat like board shorts like down to his knees, and we can just like chill in like matching outfit. So I don't know if you've seen on some sweatshirts, you'll see the little triangle in the neck, and that's done with a cover locker. So I'm really excited to be able to actually be able to do that on my own sweater. But like using the cover locker for like its actual purpose on a thing that hopefully will look really cool when it's done. Like honestly, it's priceless to me. I'm very excited. And obviously when I'm gonna do it, I always document everything that I'm doing on Instagram stories. So I will tell you again, if you want to see how I'm sewing things and stuff like that, it's a lot easier for me to pick up my phone than it is to like set up a camera. So I will always choose like Instagram stories first. So just follow me on there and you can like follow along with any project that I'm making. I will show you the progress of it. And yeah, that is it for Bordeaux. A nice quick video for you. And that is it for the whole Euro trip. That is like a lot of fabric, and we did that over the course of 10 days. And yeah, I don't expect for us to be away anytime soon. And I've just finished doing my 2-week quarantine from like coming back. And then we've just gone into lockdown. So I didn't even get to go outside. I think I got to go outside for 1 day and then back into lockdown. So luckily I have all these wonderful fabrics to keep myself busy. So that is it for this video. Thank you for watching to the very end. If you enjoyed this video, then hit that thumbs up button. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, have you been to Toto before? All of you Frenchies out there, do you guys like Toto? What do you think about like the mixed stuff in their stores? And if you haven't already, then subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I post my next video. And if I haven't said it 6 times already, follow me on Instagram for like live on the go updates of what I'm doing, what I'm making, where I'm going, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.